Alright, I just got out of class, found out that the Oscars have released their nominee list, and this is a kind of a crude setup, so the audio is not going to be the greatest, but I just kind of want to share my reaction to them and see if I can give my predictions as to who's going to win. So let's just jump into it. So we got first actor nominees for actor in a leading role. We got Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory. Have not seen that movie. I've heard it's pretty good though, and from what I've heard from his acting, I think that's an apt nomination. Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's interesting. I personally liked Brad Pitt better, but you could argue Brad Pitt's in the supporting role. We'll see later. But yeah, he did a good job. Adam Driver in Marriage Story. Fantastic. Joaquin Phoenix, Joker. Jonathan Pryce, The Two Popes. Dang, that's surprising, because The Two Popes just released recently. I haven't seen it though, so between those choices, I would prefer Adam Driver, to be honest. Adam Driver just did such a good job in Marriage Story, but realistically, they're probably going to give it to Joaquin Phoenix. That just seems like the popular vote right here. I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Driver gets it, but I think right now those are kind of my top two contenders. But we'll see. My prediction, though, will be Joaquin Phoenix. Actor in a supporting role. We got Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. I am surprised. Interesting. I mean, I definitely agree with the pick, but I'm surprised he actually got it. Anthony Hopkins, The Two Popes, once again didn't see it. Al Pacino in The Irishman. That is a good choice. Joe Pesci in The Irishman. And Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I was just talking about how I like Brad Pitt better than Leonardo DiCaprio, but if I'm being honest, Joe Pesci turned out a really good performance this year, and I think he has a really good chance at getting it, seeing as how he came out of retirement for this movie, and it would kind of make for a nice story. However, these are really good choices. Tom Hanks has a good chance at getting it. Mr. Rogers is very publicly liked, well liked by the public, and I think that would be a very good choice to go with, a good safe choice. But I could see almost any of these guys getting the Oscar. My personal choice will be Joe Pesci, but my prediction, I'm going to go with Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks will get this one. Alright, actress in a leading role. We have Cynthia Erivo. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong. From Harriet. Didn't see that. Didn't really hear anything about it. But good for her for getting a nomination. We got Scarlett Johansson in A Marriage Story. Oof. Goodness gracious. I need to learn how to pronounce this woman's name. Saoirse Ronan from Little Women. Didn't see that, unfortunately. Didn't see Bombshell either. Charlize Theron. And Renee Zellweger from Judy. Now, I didn't see Judy either. I saw the trailers for it, and that definitely did seem like an Oscar movie. So, unfortunately, I've only seen one of these movies on this list. And so I can only say my preferred choice is Scarlett Johansson in this. But she also turned out a really good performance. So I do think she would deserve that win. However, I think all these ladies have a good chance at getting the Oscar, either because of the movie they starred in or because they probably did good performances. I think it's a safe bet to say Scarlett Johansson will win it, although looking, Charlize Theron might have a chance. I don't think I can see anyone other than Scarlett winning this one. So I think my prediction and my preference would be Scarlett Johansson. We got actress in a supporting role, best actress in a supporting role. We got Kathy Bates. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Richard Jewell, but I had heard good things about her performance. Laura Dern, Marriage Story. She did a fantastic job there. Scarlett Johansson, Jojo Rabbit. She did a really good job in that movie, too. Florence Pugh, Little Women, didn't see it, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell didn't see it, although I've heard good things about that performance. Good on Florence Pugh for getting a nomination. That woman has skyrocketed throughout this year, and it's very interesting to watch her career progress. 2019 was a very good year for her. So, even though I didn't see Little Women, I would love to see her get the Oscar. However, in terms of acting, Laura Dern definitely deserves it. And if Scarlett Johansson is already nominated for the lead actress and she gets the lead actress, I highly doubt she'll win supporting. I'm going to say Laura Dern will probably end up getting it too. Margot Robbie might, and it would be cool to see Florence Pugh walk home with it. But I think Laura Dern will get it. Yeah, Laura Dern. Best animated feature film, we got How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. I personally thought it was a bit underwhelming compared to the last two movies, but I still thought it was pretty good. I Lost My Body. I've heard good things about that. Klaus, from Sergio Pablos, was a really good movie. Really unique animation style. Missing Link is Laika's probably most okay movie, although I still really enjoyed it. But it's not near as bad as Box Trolls, but it just doesn't reach the same heights as something like Kubo and the Two Strings. And Toy Story 4 from Josh Cooley was really good as well. However, I'm probably going to have to go with Klaus. I just finished recording my a new video ranking every movie I saw this past year, and Klaus made it into my top 20 when none of these other movies did, although they are really good choices. I'm surprised the Lego Movie 2 didn't get in there, but it did have a lackluster reaction compared to the other, compared to its previous installation. But yeah, this is a good choice of animated films, but I'm looking at it, and Klaus would be my preferred one, although I can't really see anything other than Toy Story 4 taking the win, because it's Pixar, and Pixar usually gets the win in these. It's very political in that way, where Pixar usually, whenever they release a movie that year, they tend to walk away with it, unless it's just unnaturally mediocre or bad. I would like to see Klaus win it, though, but I think Toy Story 4 is going to win it. Alright, we got Best Cinematography, The Irishman. Yes. Joker, yes. The Lighthouse, holy crap, I just realized The Lighthouse wasn't nominated for Best Picture. That's interesting. Or was it? Oh, no, I didn't get to Best Picture. I didn't get to Best Picture yet. I thought I was thinking back to Best Actor. I was like, I didn't remember seeing. Oh, shoot, no, wait. Did I do Supporting Actor right? Shoot. Holy cow. William Dafoe didn't get in. Dude, that is... William Dafoe is my pick. Screw the Oscars right now. Oh, there goes my refrigerator. Screw the Oscars right now, bro. I'm going William Dafoe deserves that Oscar, but dang, man, that sucks. Cinematography, The Lighthouse, good. 1917, I have not seen it. I'm going to see it tomorrow night, but just on the trailers alone, that cinematography is just amazing. Roger Deakins is a freaking genius behind that camera. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Look, I haven't seen 1917, but I already know it deserves that win. The trailers alone, the shot composition on that is just fantastic. How I see you kind of see the camera work in those trailers, and I cannot wait to see how this film that's been constructed to be one take, how that plays out. And while I enjoyed the cinematography for Joker and The Lighthouse, and to be honest, all these movies had really good cinematography, Roger Deakins has to walk away with it. That's going to be my pick. And I think it's a safe bet to say Roger Deakins is walking away with this one. Costume design: The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My choice, honestly, would have been Dolomite Is My Name. I loved the costumes in that movie. That's disappointing. But as it is for these movies, besides Joker, the costumes were okay. I mean, outside of Joker himself, there wasn't really anything worthwhile in terms of costuming. Jojo Rabbit had some good costuming. Didn't see Little Women, so based on of images I saw, it seems very era appropriate. So I wouldn't be surprised if they walk away with that. I'm gonna go with Jojo Rabbit. I think Jojo Rabbit is my preferred pick, but I think I can see Little Women walking away with it because I think traditionally, more time pieces movies where they take place back in like the 1800s and stuff, those tend to get the Oscars more often than not, if I remember right. I could just be making that up, but I think Little Women will probably end up walking away with that. Directing, we got The Irishman with Martin Scorsese, Joker Todd Phillips, Sam Mendes with 1917, Quentin Tarantino with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Bong Joon-ho with Parasite. None of those are really surprises to me. And while I did enjoy Joker a lot, I don't think that's really a credit to Todd Phillips much. I think Todd Phillips did a good job directing. But in terms of just everything happening in the movie, I think the best elements were instead the cinematography, the score, the acting, and the writing a little bit too. But I don't really know how much I could credit that to Todd Phillips or if it's just everything else coming together to make him look good. Martin Scorsese is always a good director. Quentin Tarantino is always a good director. And once again, haven't seen 1917, so I can't really credit Sam Mendes much as I could Roger Deakins, but I think for me, I'm going to go Bong Joon-ho. Parasite is my favorite movie of the year, spoiler alert. Man, I shouldn't have been making this before I release my ranking of 2019, but Parasite is just a fantastic movie. Bong Joon-ho is such a talented director. And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and The Irishman I liked, but they're definitely not Quentin Tarantino and Scorsese at their best. So I wouldn't give them this one. I think Bong Joon-ho was at the top of his game with this. So I would give that to him. Although I am predicting, they typically don't give these types of awards to foreign films. I think Roma managed to get one outside of Best Foreign Film. But in terms of who will get it, doesn't really seem like Hollywood likes Todd Phillips much, so I can't really see him winning this. And Scorsese and Tarantino are both really safe and good picks. In terms of both of these, I think Tarantino's going to walk away with this one. I think Tarantino's going to walk away, but I would love to see Bong Joon-ho to get this because he did a really good job. Best documentary. I don't think I've seen a single one of these. Let's see. American Factory, no. The Cave, no. The Edge of Democracy, no. For Sama, no. Honeyland, no. Haven't seen a single one of these. Based off of the titles alone, my prediction is going to be American Factory or The Edge of Democracy. The Oscars tend to really like the political documentaries, and for all I know, all of these are. I think the only one I've heard of is Honeyland, which may be about bees or something. I think how bees are going extinct. I don't know. I think for right now, my prediction is going to be American Factory. I need to catch up with these. I'm very bad about watching documentaries. I just watched Free Solo 2 weeks ago at the beginning of the year. So I'm still catching up from last year's documentary Oscars. So yeah, I'll have to watch these before the Oscars start. Maybe. We'll see. Short documentary. Once again, didn't see a single one of these. In the Absence, learning to skateboard in a war zone if you're a girl. That is a very interesting title. I will like to watch that based off the title alone. So I'm rooting for that one right there. St. Louis Superman, Life Overtakes Me, Walk, Run, Cha-Cha. Okay, based off of titles, I'm interested in St. Louis Superman and learning to skateboard in a war zone if you're a girl. But I'm just going to make a random prediction, I guess. Walk, Run, Cha-Cha's, that's my Oscar pick. That's my Oscar pick right there. All right, film editing, Ford v. Ferrari. It's very surprising. It hasn't gotten many nominations so far. For Michael McCusker and Andrew Buckland, The Irishman, Thelma Schoonmaker. She's always with Scorsese. She always does a good job. I think, if I remember right, I think she's the one who's Scorsese's main editor. But she does a good job. Tom Eagles with Jojo Rabbit, Jeff Groth with Joker, and Yang Jinmo with Parasite. Right off the bat, I'm going to say Ford v. Ferrari is going to get this, and I want them to win. Ford v. Ferrari, the best aspect of the film for me was the editing. Just the racing sequence alone just made that movie so much better in my eyes, and the editors were really working overtime to get that to us. So I'm going Ford v. Ferrari with this one for the win, and that's the one I want to win. International feature film, I think. Yeah, I've only seen Parasite, but let's see. Corpus Christi from Poland, Honeyland. Oh, Honeyland got one outside of the documentaries. From North Macedonia. Les Miserables. I think I pronounced that right. I don't speak French, nor do I claim to know. From France. Pain and Glory from Spain, which I heard was good. Parasite from South Korea. I think Parasite's got this in the bag, and that's the one I'm pulling for. Typically, what happened with Roma a couple years back, Roma was nominated for Best Picture and then nominated for Best International Feature, and it won International, which meant it wasn't going to win Best Picture. And I'm assuming Parasite got nominated for Best Picture. If it didn't, I'm going to riot. I don't know if it did, but if I'm going to say Parasite's got this in the bag either way. I think this one just has the most critical acclaim around it, but if it is nominated for Best Picture, this is definitely my pick for this then. Makeup and hairstyling, Bombshell. Didn't see it based on the trailers. The makeup looks good. The hairstyling looked good. Joker, for sure the makeup was fantastic. Especially with Joker. Judy, once again didn't see it based off of posters and trailers. Looked pretty good. Maleficent. Yeah, I guess, but a lot of that was CGI, right? I didn't see it, but I'm pretty sure a lot of it was CGI. 1917, the war movie, yeah, but I wish that was given more to costumes, because a lot of the time period war movie stuff is more costumes. I think for this, I've only seen one movie, and just comparing what I've seen in that movie to the rest, I gotta go with Joker for this. But I can see Maleficent. No, I can't. I can't see Maleficent. I can see Bombshell winning this. Bombshell would probably be the Joker's only competition in this one. But I'm going Joker, and Joker's probably going to walk away with this. Joker is getting a lot of Oscar love, which surprises me a lot. Original score. Let's see. Joker. Like I said, the score in that was great. I'm not even going to pronounce her last name, but Hildur did a great job. She did a really good job. Little Women, fortunately wasn't able to see it. Randy Newman for Marriage Story. Oh my goodness. Thomas Newman for 1917 Star Wars. Oh, I didn't like Rise of Skywalker, but gosh dang, John Williams deserves this Oscar. This is his last Star Wars movie, and I think maybe his last movie ever he's composing. It would be so good to see him walk out with another Oscar under his belt. And it'd be nice to see Star Wars get some Oscar love. Yeah. John Williams definitely deserves that. But I can realistically see Hildur walking away. Randy Newman could walk away with it, but John Williams is what I'm pulling for. I think he's gonna get this in the bag. Original song. We got I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4. Once again, Randy Newman getting another Oscar nom. I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocketman. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see this. Unfortunately. I wish I did see Rocketman, but unfortunately I didn't. I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough was the Christian movie, right? That's surprising that it got even an Oscar nom. Into the Unknown from Frozen 2. Stand Up from Harriet. Okay, so I've only seen Toy Story 4, and I think since Randy Newman has that nomination for original score, I think he's got this one in the bag. I don't remember the song though, but I don't remember the song. But if I can say one thing, Randy Newman and the Toy Story franchise go hand in hand. So I think that's the one I'm going to be rooting for. It would be interesting to see Breakthrough win though. It would be interesting. I would want to see that just to see the reaction, but Toy Story 4 is probably going to win that. Best Picture, here we go. Oh wow. There's too many. Best Picture, we got Ford v Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917 Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite got it, so that means Parasite's going to win Best Foreign Feature. That is a lot of movies. I think, didn't 1917 win Best Picture at the Golden Globes? I think it did. Dang, that is a good lineup of movies, though. That really is. I am going to go with my prediction. My prediction would probably be, I think 1917 could win it. Ford v Ferrari is definitely the safe choice, and I can see them winning. Because they tend to go with that kind of stuff. They got, well, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's also kind of like La La Land, where it's about Hollywood, and Hollywood, the Oscar people love that. Yeah, I'm gonna go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or Ford v Ferrari are probably the top contenders for this. My personal choice is gonna be Parasite, obviously. But if Parasite wins Best International Feature, and I can't choose it, my runner-up would have to be Marriage Story, probably. That would be my choice. That'd be my choice for Best Picture, Marriage Story. But I think the safe bet will be Ford v Ferrari or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I feel like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's a bit too predictable, but it could happen. I think those are our top two contenders. But if you pull my leg or you twist my arm, I'm going to go probably Ford v Ferrari with the Best Picture win on that. Production design. Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite. Ooh, that is a really good lineup. I'm going to go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with that one. It's probably going to get the win too, but that's my choice. Short film. I didn't watch a single one of these, so I don't know. I'm just going to close my eyes and pick one. Kit Bull. All right, let's go with that. Short film, live action. I didn't watch any of these either, so let's go with Brotherhood. Brotherhood wins. Sound editing. Ford v Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Rise of Skywalker. I wish I saw 1917 because I'm sure the sound editing, and probably if it's in sound mixing, I'm sure it was good. Sound editing, I'm going to go Ford v Ferrari. The sound editing in that was pretty good too. All the editing just overall was good. It'd be nice, even though I didn't like it. I think Star Wars needs to get some Oscar love. But I think Ford v Ferrari's gonna get it, and I'll be rooting for them. Sound mixing, we got Ad Astra, Ford v Ferrari, Joker, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Once again, Ford v Ferrari could get this, but it would be nice to see Ad Astra win, especially seeing as this might be their only nomination, although could get visual effects. So I'm pulling for Ad Astra, but realistically, 1970 will probably end up getting this one, if I'm being honest. War movies tend to get that, or I would think war movies would get that. So yeah, my prediction is 1917, although I'd like Ad Astra to win. Visual effects, we got Avengers Endgame, obviously. Irishman, yeah, alright. The Lion King, yep. 1917, really? Wow. That's interesting. And then Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, that makes sense. My personal choice would have to be The Lion King. I haven't seen it, but I already know it looks like a freaking nature documentary. I don't want it to win, but that would be my prediction and probably what I would choose anyways. But this is a good round of choices. I think Endgame has a decent chance, but The Lion King, just the only good thing you could probably say about that movie is that it looks fantastic. So I'd probably go with that, and that's probably what's going to win. Adapted screenplay, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, The Two Popes. I'm going to go with Jojo Rabbit for this. I think that's my choice. I would go with The Irishman, although I think The Irishman felt a little too rushed. Just a tad bit. But Jojo Rabbit, I like the screenplay and the pacing of everything. The writing was really good in that. But I think The Irishman will win. For sure for that. Original screenplay, Knives Out, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite. Now, I'd love for Parasite to win this. I really would. But Knives Out was really good in the writing department, and I'm surprised it didn't get more Oscar love. I really am. I think I'd have to go Knives Out for my pick, just to give it some Oscar love, but also the writing in it was just really good. And Knives Out could walk out with the Oscar, although I can see Marriage Story getting it too. I would love for Parasite to get it, but I think realistically, Knives Out is the top contender in this. Yeah. Well, those are my reactions. This is a really good lineup for the Oscars this year. I'm not really disappointed. I was really worried. I was really worried we were going to have some bad picks. Yeah, that was really good. Really good lineup. I'm excited. I'm actually excited for the Oscars for once, because I was not last year. um, yeah. Well, thanks for watching my first video of 2020, I guess. And even though it's probably the most bare bones thing I could do, I just kind of saw this and decided why not make a reaction video. I am currently, I currently have a video in the works, ranking every movie I saw last year. That is in the editing process as we speak. I have a friend helping me out with that. And then I have a couple video ideas lined up. I'm going to start working on scripting some of them. So yeah, look forward to hopefully more content, and hopefully I don't disappear halfway through the year like I did last year. Yeah. Well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. I'm going to get back to other things. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Happy Oscar season. Happy 2020. Thank you for joining me for tonight's entertainment, and I'll see you later.